Good morning, friends, followers, and channel members. Happy Wednesday. Yes, it is Wednesday. Just double checking. That's the problem during the school holidays. No idea what day it is because the kids are here all the time. Oh, good morning, everyone. Yes, we are off to probably my favorite Cat C airport today. That is, of course, Tivat. Now, Orbx have their own scenery for Tivat coming out pretty soon. So this is a pre-release stream where we'll, of course, be having a look at that new scenery when we get there in a couple of hours' time. So really looking forward to this. If you are unfamiliar with Tivat Airport, its approach is spectacular. It's also quite a challenging approach as well, as you are flanked by terrain either side. It's an offset 20 degrees ILS offset. I don't know of another localizer approach. I can't call it an ILS, but I don't know of another localizer approach that is offset by quite as much as this. So it is a purely visual approach for the last few hundred feet of the landing. So really good fun if you're not familiar with this airport. So really looking forward to checking this out today. Real world flight as well for you, as well as we take our aircraft down from Brandenburg down to Tivat. I think we've got a bit of air traffic control as well here this morning, so that's going to be good fun. And Nick over on Twitch already kicking off the stream this morning with Nick resubscribing for a month as well, a tier 1 sub. Thank you so much, Nick. And I see you're also celebrating 25 months of Training Captain channel membership as well over on YouTube. Nick, the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you so much, Nick, for your support of the channel. The original channel member as well. I love telling everybody that. Nick was the first channel member when that became available. So welcome on board, everyone. Yeah, welcome to our Twitch viewers as well. Hey, Monkey, good morning to you. Freakomy, Dead Ghost Ash, good evening as well. Hope you are hope you're all doing well, and Bunker Boogie as well. Thank you for the 200-bit cheer. I really do appreciate that, and all the support you guys give. Quick shout out then to everyone who's coming on board in our chat as well on YouTube. Danny Rubble, and I saw that you were looking forward to this one, Danny. Danny, great to see you this morning. Shabir Boy, Tim Walters, Ace Aviation, DC. Oh, shame you've got to go to work in 30 minutes, DC. We'll still be on the ground probably. Andrew, good morning. Paul Newman, good evening, of course, to you. Barry Barson's here as well. Hey, Barry, how are you doing? Andrew, and today Leanna's here as well. Selene Arthur is here too. Carl Bacchius, Matt P, and Dead Goes Ash also there on YouTube as well. Great stuff. Yeah, I get asked quite often which is my favourite sort of Cat C airport, you know, not difficult, it's more challenging is perhaps a better word, which is my most favourite challenging airport, and I often say Tivat. I like Tivat. Tivat is great fun. Selena, you're on school holidays, so you're having a good rest. Of course, it is school holidays, so any people who are tuning in who are not meant to be at school for a change. Hello and welcome to you guys. So, have I even put the operational flight plan into the chat? Do you know, I've not even done that. Oh, just 1 minute. I'll get that sorted. Bear with me a moment. I'll try and sort that way you guys can have a look at the operational flight plan if you so wish. So, operational flight plan, right, if you're watching on YouTube, that is now in the chat. I've got that pinned so you can get that. Anna, good morning. Jones, good morning as well. And Manju, hello. How are you doing? Hope you're well. Alexander, I don't believe the scenery is published yet. It is still a pre-release stream. Won't be long though. They're not usually in the habit of keeping people waking. Cubo69 on Twitch. Good morning, Darren Fur. Good morning to you as well. Right, now I've got that pinned in the chat. Should we go and get? Shall we go and get on board? We've got some passengers to get on board as well, haven't we? Right, so here we are. Let me just check if we got the tablet screen loaded. Yeah, that's fine as well. Good, glad that works. Alright, so aircraft is in its turnaround state. Everything is turned off. We've still got aircraft power. External power is sorting things out. We'll get the APU started in a little while. Before we go any further then, we should probably have a listen to the ATIS. I say it was great. We've got some air traffic control online this morning. think so. 123.775 is the frequency. I'm going to have a listen to that. We'll also do a pre-departure clearance as well once we've got this. What was it? 123.77. Let's find that. Come on. 123.77. Right. Pens at the ready. Let's see what's happening here in
Nosig Berlin Brandenburg information Delta.
Berlin.
Out.
Right. So from that tail end of the message, we've got information Delta.
Berlin Brandenburg information Delta. Met report time 1020 Zulu. Automated weather message expect vectoring for ILS approach runways in use 07 left and 07 right. Transition level 60. Wind 030 degrees 4 knots variable between 300 and 100 degrees. Visibility 10 kilometers clouds. Scattered 3,700 feet. Temperature 7. Dew point -2 QNH 1023 trend. Nosig Berlin Brandenburg information Delta. Out.
Right, so it looks like they've now changed. They're using runway 07. Earlier, half an hour ago, they were using 25. So I'm just going to have to sort out the departure plan, because the flight plan is now old already. I didn't get the winds from that. What are the winds variable 5 knots. Okay. Yeah. So, oh, hang on a minute. Well, now I'm very confused. That did say runway 7 in use, didn't it? I have no idea which runway is in use, because the text data said. Oh, hang on, I've just updated it. Yeah, text data is 07 left, 07 right in use. Wind 0304. Fine. Okay, well, in that case, we will tell them what we're doing. So we're at gate Charlie 5. We've got information Delta, and we're tuning in to, is it Echo Delta Delta Bravo? Right, send that off, see what they give us. So get that received, I'll get the full flight plan in there. So whilst I'm waiting for that to come through and we can update the flight route, let's just do the initial flow. So just check we've got the nav lights on, that's fine, accurate pressure's in the green, flaps are up, spoilers are up, parking brakes are on. Curator 1023, that's fine, and skids on. Audio control panel VHF2 is on the guard, that's fine. Yeah, all the radars are off. Switching panel, thrust levers, engine mode, master selection, they're all fine and turned off, etc. Gravity extension gear. Coming up to the FCU then, 1023 constraints on, and I have no idea what the initial climb out will be today until we get the new what do you call it, standard instrument departure. Yeah, so we'll check that out in a bit. No, Alexander, we're not in Tivat. No, we're flying down to Tivat. We're in Berlin at the moment, so we'll have a look at it when we get there. Degos asked, the index, cost index that we use is one of the one Easyjet's using at the moment is 4, which tends to be the norm. They did used to use 6 and 8, but I think since COVID they've gone down to 4. And Dr. Magic, good morning to you. A member for 23 months, nearly 2 years. Dr. Magic, that's awesome. Says, good morning. How am I meant to get any work done with all the streaming going on? Just kidding. Great channel and great community. Yeah, it's a nice daytime stream as well. So all of those of you that should be at work can just watch us instead. Alright, so I'm just waiting for that to come through. That's fine. Well, while I'm waiting for that to come through, let's go through the usual stuff. So IRS, we got the 3 nav greens, aircraft status, yeah, that's fine. Air tackle's fine. So we will pull in the ACARS uplink. So we're gonna have to change this. This route's gonna be changed in a moment. So our call sign today is Alpine, what is it, 9362, and a cost index of 4. Oh, here we go. Received, request being processed, stand by. Ah, there we go, got it. We'll go. Send. Yeah, shut up, I've seen it. Right, there we go. 07 right. Oh, yeah, we've got a well, at least we're at the right side of the airport. There we go. Alright, we'll pop all that in a moment then. So, let's have a look what's happening with regards to our operational flight plan. And like I said, this is now a bit wrong. Happens in real life though. You get your operational flight plan, you get a runway change. So, all for realism here. Right, let's quickly go through the flight plan. I've been through this prior to the stream starting because I know you want us just to get going. But very quickly, 11 tons of 11 tons. Yeah, 11 tons of cargo. I say cargo, I mean payload. Now what? Okay, read all those. That's fine. I'm going to leave that on screen because we need that in a moment. So, we've read all the messages. That's fine. And request card to 1188. Thank you. Right, yeah, back to the operational flight plan. So, what we're doing, we've got very little tailwind today. Tailwind of 1. 390 is our planned flight route. Just over 7.5 tons of fuel. That's fine. We'll amend the flight route anyway because the airport have changed the runways in use, so we'll sort that in a moment. What we got? Weather in Tivat today, that's what we wanted. Great visibility and a ceiling of 8,000 feet. That's fine. We're going to be able to get in then. Looking at all the alternates as well. They're also all Cat 1 alternates too. Quick check of the weather. So destination at the moment, winds light and variable. So we'll be probably coming in on runway. Is it? I think it's runway 31 at Tivat. 9 degrees, broken 5,300. That's going to be quite nice because there's going to be terrain hidden within the clouds there because it goes up to about 5,000 feet in Tivat. What's the forecast then? Wind 030 at 14. Visibility is meant to remain good. Few clouds perhaps dropping down to 4,000 feet. Highest temperature 14. Yeah, okay. So really, nothing weather-wise that's going to prevent us from getting in. So that is exactly the kind of weather we want. Because you get nav weather in Tivat, you can't go in because of the kind of approach that is required there. You need the minimums are quite high. If you can't see, you can't go. So that's fine. That's great stuff. And the alternates also look pretty good as well, but we shouldn't need those today. Alex Jones, mate, thank you so much for your €2 donation at the start of the stream this morning. He says, love the videos, thanks. No, Alex, thank you so much. Glad you're here as well. Hope you're going to enjoy this this flight into Tivat today, the new Tivat Airport. So yeah, what we're going to do fuel wise, let's see what the weather's like en route. I don't think there's any daft weather planned today, so that's our flight route today. There we go, straight over Prague as well as we come in. We're surrounded by low pressure. There's a bit of weather out to the east. That's not going to oh, what's happened there? Why have we lost connection to the simulator? That's not good. That's really not good. Why aren't we connected to the sim? All right, guys. I don't know if you're back with us, but well, that was annoying. So, yeah, everything just cut out. All the internet stopped. The whole kit and caboodle. Everything just the router just decided to have a little moment and die off. Give us a shout out if you are if you're back in the chat. Hopefully you will you'll be back now. Just checking to see if if the chat here on my screen is reconnected, and oh, thank goodness for that. Oh, how annoying. Anyway, we can literally hopefully pick up exactly where we were. Let me just, I've just got a couple of things I need to set back up again. So yeah, everything stopped. So the simulator stopped, obviously. It died. The tablet stopped, streaming stopped, VATSIM disappeared, but we're still sat on the ground. We're meant to push in about 33 minutes. Can we still do this in time? I don't know. Technically, it means we wouldn't be late. If that is the case. But yeah, that's not the way I'd planned to start the morning. Anyway, guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for putting up with us during the little hiccup we had. I think the most terrifying thing was I heard all the sound of screaming from the kids upstairs as the internet stopped working and the film they were watching on Disney just stopped. So it was like the world had ended for them. Anyway, I think I think we're back. Yes, the tablet's back. We're all back up. So what were we doing? We were literally just going through the flight plan, just checking things, having a look. We know that they've changed the runway in use at the moment. That's fine. Alex Jones, yeah, at least we weren't in the air. That is good news. Behind the skies are getting a cup of tea nice and early. Yep, free drinks all around for you guys today. Thanks for putting up with the with the little issue. Legend Dark Fury doing his wonderful MOC and admin part. Thank you, Dark Fury. Right, so no weather there. What have we got? Anything else? Got no weather there. Oh, this should be a gorgeous flight. I'm really glad that we've not had to cancel it. I thought I was going to have to cancel it while we got internet problems and resume it perhaps later this afternoon. However, all looks to be good. Right, so we've got an estimated landing weight of only about 58 tons. That is fine. That means we can throw on some extra fuel because it is Tivat. If anything goes wrong, you probably want that extra fuel knocking around. So we are going to take, well, let's take a full ton extra. So we're going to take 8.6 tons is what we'll tell the guys that we would like to load. Scotty flight plan cancelled. No, not cancelled, just delayed. So I mean, how much more realistic do you want to get? Cool. Right. Happy with all of that. Let's start getting passengers on board, shall we? I mean, they must be frustrated enough now. So let's let them on board.
Cabin crew, we're all happy with how things are up here, so now open the doors and start letting our passengers on board. Thank you.
Right, so then we've got a new departure route because they've changed the runway in use from the operational flight plan, which is fine. So we're going to be using a cost index then of 4 as per usual. Pop that in. Tropo is 29,328. At least the brief coming out of Berlin's pretty straightforward and simple. That's not exactly a difficult one. We've got the winds. Download the winds. Get that in. There we go. Of course, when you lose your internet, of course, it means that, or you get turned offline, don't you, on Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is a right pain because it means that you lose everything. Then it takes about 10 minutes to turn everything back on again. Cruising today, flight level 390, temperature is 51. There we are. Good, right, so new flight plan then. So we are going to be cleared off 07 right, and that is the Luros 1 Quebec departure. and insert, and then at Tivat we're doing the localizer for runway 32. It's the Zulu approach, and it's the TAS-1 Delta, which is a nice approach. So the TAS-1 Delta approach flies us almost straight over, well, almost straight over the airport, and then we loop around to come back in the valley. So that'll be exciting. And the veer for that, there's a good question. Is it Mammal or Luvu? Let me just check. 1 Delta is a Luvu. Right, operational flight plan has got a distance then of 773. We've got 688 in the box. Of course, a slightly shorter route because, yeah, we're actually taking off in a more favourable direction, so that's okay. We'll just do a check, make sure that all looks fine. So that's our departure. I need to bring up the charts for that as well. And yeah, there's our arrival that comes in and out. Loads of terrain around here as well, so good fun. Good fun indeed. Right, let me pin the correct chart in for the departure because we're no longer on that departure. We are on... what are we on? We are on the Luros 1 Quebec. That's it. Yeah, there we go. So just grabbing this information off the chart here. Max speed of 200 during that first turn. That first turn looks quite close to departure actually, so in fact that first turn is pretty much instantaneous after you've departed, isn't it? So that's good fun. 600 feet and a right turn. Excellent. Lovely. Alright, well we'll go all through that in the brief in a moment. Let's continue setting up the box then. Hey Beluga, how you doing, sir? Hope you are well. Right, so ignore the Nightbot. The Nightbot's lying to you. There's no giveaways today. Stupid Nightbot. He's clearly drunk. So Radnav page, couple of VORs here to help us with our situational awareness. We've got the Bravo India, which is the Brandenburg VOR, and we've also got the SSD. Not in? Really? Oh, SDD. Try again. There we go. So that's Radnav page all filled out. Okay, onto the init B. If we got our preliminary load sheet all sorted. Yes, so pre-departure clearance, that's fine. That was just let us know that's been sent. Alright, on to the load sheet then. Oh, it's been fun and games this morning. So, we've got a 0 fuel rate of 55, almost on the nose. C of G is 29. Why when I go to the decimal place does it change the icon into a strange stretching thing? That's not what I want. Right, the alternate fuel today is 1.8 tons. Well, let's call it 1.9 because the go around at Tivat's a bit it's not as straightforward as most normal airports. So fuel planning, what do we got? Behind the skies, yeah, I just said it. Please ignore the Nightbot. The Nightbot is wrong. I'll get that edited once we're airborne. So it wants 7.4. We're going to be taking 8.6 and a takeoff weight of 63.4 tons. Lovely. So let's do our performance calculations then. So before we do that, let's have a quick look at the chart, see if we've got any intersection departures we can use today. Speed up our taxi. We could take Mike 3 if that's available. That would really shorten the taxi, wouldn't it? Mike 3, Mike 5. Remember, here in Berlin, this runway is 4 kilometers long, 4,000 meter runway, so it's huge. We don't need full length. So Mike 3 or even Mike 5 would be fine. Let's see what we've got available. So CFG is 27. Come on, tablet. There we go. Right, it is dry. We're on 7 right for the departure, not 7 left. There we are. Flaps 1. No need to force the toga. Anti-ice packs, they'll all be off. Takeoff weight is 63.4 and the CFG is 27. It's quite far forward, that, compared to normal. That's the live data for the weather, and let's see what intersection data do we have available. Yeah, we can take Mike 5. Yeah, I think Mike 5 would be fine. Much shorter taxi then. Which gives us V speeds there of 128, 140, 140. Let's pop all that in. So onto the perf page. 128, 140, 140. Transition altitude here in Berlin is 5,000 feet. Flaps 1 and a flex of 62. Right, on to SimSmart, and we'll check out thrust reduction, acceleration, etc. So that's runway 25 right. We don't want that. We want 07 right. Oh, why are you not working? I know why you're not working. All right, get rid of that. Let me grab the documents for this airport, and then we can check that out. So Berlin. So 07 right, we've got 1152, 1152, 1152. 1152, 1152, 1152, that's fine. And what's our engine out procedure then? It's standard 1700 feet, a right turn to the Kilo Lima Fox VOR. Well, in that case then, in the RadNav page, we're going to pop in Kilo Lima Fox into here. To be fair, both of those VORs are pretty much on the airfield, so for our situational awareness it makes little difference. But we want that in case we've lost an engine and lost all our electrics, for example. Alright, so that works. Let me sort out the secondary flight plan then. We'll get that feature sorted. Pilot Face, Cookazon and Mick King, good morning to you as well. Hope you're okay. Let's see. That's done. Good. Let me have a look then at the Init B. That's all sorted out. Performance page. That's all sorted out. All right. Secondary flight plan then. So we'll just copy the active flight plan. It is standard here, so we'll create our engine out standard instrument departure waypoint, which can go just here. Let's move a little bit closer, shall we? That's better. I can go here. So this will be based off the departure runway Echo Delta Delta Bravo 07 right. The runway track is 065, and we'll pop that 15 miles out. Store that. Now put that waypoint into the secondary flight plan, and then after that we would then make a right turn to Kilo Lima Fox, enter the hold at Kilo Lima Fox. The hold information is 020 at right turns. All the failures are turned on as well, so it is a potential that this could happen. So that's done, and then of course we won't be landing in Tivat if we've lost an engine. So Echo Delta Delta Bravo, and I would imagine that they can probably get us in on 07 right as well, because we will be over to the south of the airport, so no star, and Kilo Lima Fox is the VIA. Lovely. See what that looks like on the plan. There we go, straight out to our out SID, right hand turn to the Kilo Lima Fox, and then we've got the approach program back in. So it's all done for us. Beautiful. Now, one other thing I want to do is just check the initial climb for this. So transition is 5,000. That's fine as well. Initial climb, we're on the Quebec departure, so initial climb is going to be 5,000 feet. Let's get that set. Good. Right, so after runway changes and internet outages, I think we're pretty much good to go. Andy J, so this, we just use pre-departure clearance. You need a Hoppies ACAR code. If you don't know what that is, if you just quickly Google Hoppies and ACARs, that will explain it for you. Right, all that's done, and then we're going to contact the ATC if they're still online, that is. Are they still online? 1188, excellent. Yep. We'll contact them in a moment. Good, let's close that message now. We've got everything we need out of there. I can close that message, don't need that one, and close that message as well. Done. Beautiful. All right then. Right, let's zip through the brief then, because well, Berlin is pretty straightforward. So the weather for departure, we've just got very light winds, great visibility, few clouds around 3,700 feet. Runway conditions are dry, so that's good. Runway conditions are fine. Weather en route, nothing on the chart, so it should be a beautiful journey. We've not even got a headwind or a tailwind really today, so again, it should just be a nice long, nice beautiful day with long views out of both sides of the aircraft. Weather on our arrival, currently we've got clouds around 5,000 feet in Tivat, but visibility is 10 kilometers or more, which is what we need, and yeah, the winds aren't particularly strong either, so everything's looking favourable for our landing in Tivat a little bit later on as well. Aircraft is A320, no working weather radar. Aside from that, everything else is fine. No attempts for our departure today. Threats to be aware of, not too many here in Berlin. Nothing that's going to cause us any great cause for concern. It's a nice new airport, parallel taxiways, so just be careful we don't get confused around here. If we are going to take Mach 5, Mach 3 is available to us as well, of course, but yeah, just need to be careful looking where we're going, where we're taxiing. Other than that, there's no terrain around the airport either, so it's yeah, all well and good. Alright, so let's go through the box then. What we've got, we are parked stand 5, Charlie 5, so we're going to be here. We're going to push back facing to the west on Echo, and then we'll get ATC instructions, either Victor 2 or Victor 1 down onto Bravo or Alpha, and we're going to tell them we can take Mach 5. I would imagine they'll get us onto Bravo, and then we'll take Tango and Mach 5. If not, of course, they might take us to Mach 3. Hopefully they won't send us full length. I don't want to go that far. So that's the taxi. The takeoff then is pretty straightforward. Oh, just the same with the taxi as well. I'm not going to be doing a single engine taxi. We'll just get straight off with both engines started. So we've got the Lurus 1 Quebec departure air. We've got a speed restriction of 200 knots in that first turn, which should be fine anyway, just because it literally, we're not going to be going that fast by the time we get there, but we can just check. Clean is actually 201. In fact, no it isn't. I haven't loaded all of the payload into the aircraft, so one moment, it'll be done in a second, and that speed will change. So we were taking 8.6 tons of fuel. One moment, we'll get that, we'll just see that change in a minute. I thought that clean speed was a bit low. There we go. So first turn will be done, flaps 189. That's fine. Doors have been closed. Just heard that.
Hi Gavin, all the passengers are on board and we're ready to go. I'll bring you a cup of tea after we've taken off.
Great stuff, thank you very much.
That's good. We're not due to push for another 14 minutes, so technically I think we're still going to get out of here on time, even with all the internet issue we had earlier on. Right, so yeah, so 07 rights departure, Lourdes 1 Quebec in the box, speed constraint of 200 knots in the first turn. That's fine, we can fly the first turn at S speed. We'll pre-select that in a moment. In the box we've got the engine out, VOR and SSD, which is VOR on the airfield. Progress page, file 390 is the cruise, 36 for the moment until we've burnt off a bit more fuel, so just be aware that we just had the message there in the scratch pad as well saying that we probably can't get up to our planned cruise flight level straight away. Performance page, just check the speeds, 128, 140, 140, and clean is 212, 189 is S speed, so just pre-select 189 for that first turn, so we don't go above that. That's fine, all well and good. Noise abatement 2 for the departure. Looking to land in Tivat with about 4 tons of fuel. Second flight plan has got the engine out SID in, and it's noise abatement 2, initial climb 4,000 feet, first turn 600 feet is an immediate right hand turn, transition altitude 5,000 feet. That's all done, and the emergency stuff then, standard A320 emergency brief, and the engine out procedure is a standard straight out. We'll pull the heading bug, get ourselves nice and safe, secure that engine 1,700 feet, then we make a right turn to the Kilo Lima Fox VOR. We get ourselves safe at 4,000 feet. MSA around the airfield, just touching on that then, is 2,400. So I think we're all good to go. Final checks. Let's get that APU started and let's get out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck this morning, let me welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft as you settle in for what we hope is going to be a most enjoyable flight. The weather today doesn't look to be posing much of a problem, so we should have a nice smooth ride for you throughout the duration of the flight. And as the cabin crew continue making their last preparations, if you could please assist them by getting yourselves sat down, your seatbelts fastened, and make yourselves nice and comfortable. The ground crew have now finished loading the aircraft, and we're just about finished with all our pre-flight checks, so it won't be long until we are pushing back. If you could please give the cabin crew your full attention as they go through the safety briefing, we'd very much appreciate it. So on behalf of myself and the First Officer, we'd like to say thank you for choosing Easyjet today, and we look forward to giving you a safe flight.
Right, APU is starting up, so I'll just wait for that to kick in. Fuel's all loaded, check that's balanced, that's done. Once the APU's up and running, we'll disconnect the external power. There we go. So, get rid of that. I'll get my ground crew now to remove the chocks, cones, and the GPU. That's gone. Oh, don't need that. Lovely. All done. Quick check to see if the ATIS has changed at all. So we're now on information echo. QNH is the same, winds are still 040 at 4, so that's fine as well. Lovely. Right, let's get the ground crew into position and then we'll start to push.
Cabin crew, we're all ready to go, so please arm the doors and cross-check. Thank you.
Alright, so let's call ATC up. Just before I do that...
Hello Captain, we are ready for pushback.
Wonderful. So cockpit preparation checklist, aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 8,600 kilograms. Balanced seatbelts are on. It is. We've got 3.5 green and barrel ref. QNH 1023. Berlin, good morning, Alpine
Launch check completed.
9362, stand Charlie 5, information echo, and requesting push and start.
Alpine 63, correction 9362. First of all, you need your clearance. Are you ready to copy?
Just confirming we had pre-departure clearance from you. We're on the Lurus 1 Quebec, runway 07, right departure, initial climb 5000.
Looking gear.
Okay, that didn't work for me. It's no problem. Just to confirm, the squawk is 2015.
And just squawking now, 2015 for Alpine 9362.
Okay, your respect's correct. Sorry for the issue, and pushback approved. Face west.
Pushback approved, facing west. Thank you, Alpine 9362.
Release parking brakes.
So the before start checklist,
Delta
get that done.
Just asking a question
That's
before
done.
clearance.
That's
What
done.
altitudes are available?
Release parking brakes.
Alright, so before start checklist, parking brake is on, takeoff data has been confirmed, windows are closed, EFB and phones are flight mode, windows and doors, they're all closed and armed, beacon light is on. Let's go, parking brake's released.
First of all, I need a flight plan, then we can
Commencing
continue
push.
with the clearance.
All engines clear.
Delta 641 Roger, I'll get the flight plan all up for you.
Back we go. Right, engine mode select to ignition, just confirm nose wheel steering is disconnected, that's fine. Let's start the timer. Let's get engine 1 started, so starting engine 1. And Dairy Legend on Twitch, big shout out to our manager John Agnes, he's watching from Inverness Airport. I love Inverness Airport, and is a big fan. Well done, John, thank you so much for watching. I've just cocked that engine start up because I haven't put the APU bleed on. Try that again. Engine mode selector, back to ignition, and let's try starting engine 1 again, shall we? John, but thank you for watching, mate. Hope you are well. And Dear Legend, thanks for letting us know. Right, we've got our final load sheet information come through as as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft.
That aircraft looked a bit close to me. Don't like that.
Routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace. Brace.
Americans always have to be bigger,
There are
don't they?
2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen.
Right, engine 1's happy. Starting engine 2.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brake set.
Cockpit to
Pull
ground.
on each
You have
side
good
to
engine
adjust.
start. You can disconnect.
Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water,
Danny, you're
take the
right. Yeah, if you look
jacket
around the
from
flight
under
deck
your
using the
seat.
right
Put it
mouse
over your
button,
head.
it
Pass the
moves
sensor
your
around
starter
your
switch
waist.
back to the normal position. If you
together.
pan around with the middle
And
mouse
pull the
button,
strap to adjust.
that's okay.
Do not inflate it inside the aircraft.
Final load sheet's just
When
come through as
outside,
well.
Inflate by pulling the toggle.
So let's check that.
If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle.
634.
Berlin Tower, good day.
It's fine.
Excellent. 1 Lima Tango on Apron 1, requesting IFR clearance
And
to
27.
London Heathrow.
Excellent.
Window blinds open and seatbelt fastened.
Excellent. 1 Lima Tango. Berlin Tower, hello. Information echo, startup approved. Cleared Heathrow, Sukeep 1 Bravo departure, runway 7 left. Climb VSD 5000. Flight plan route, squawk 2002.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass green
We are
wheel.
cleared to Heathrow via Sukeep 1 Bravo out of 07 left. Climb 5,000 feet initially and squawks 2002. Excellent. 1 Lima Tango.
Excellent. 1 Lima Tango, read back correct.
Right, just wait for number 2 to finish spooling up. And then we'll get going. Tow truck is out of the way. This guy's about to wave to us. There we go. All happy and confirmed that we're good to go. Engine number 2 is happy and stable. So, engine mode selector to normal. APU bleed and come off, but get one of the packs on, keep the passengers happy. APU master can come off, engine anti-ice not required. Arm the spoilers, zero the rudder, flaps 1, set the trim. And the after start checklist, so anti-ice is off, ecam status is checked. What we got there? Pack 2, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so ecam status is checked, pitch trims 27% and rudder is neutral. Flight control check. Full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full right and full left and neutral. Great stuff. Okay, let's get our taxi clearance and let them know we can take Mike 5. And Tower Alpine 9362 is ready for taxi, and if possible we can take intersection Mike 5.
Alpine 9362, Roger, Mike 5, taxi holding point to question 7 right, Mike 5, via Echo Victor 1 Bravo in Mike 5.
Holding point Mike 5, runway 05 right via Echo Victor 1 and Bravo Alpine 9362. So it's going to be our second left, first right, and then down on Tango for Mike 5. Lovely. Okay, so taxi lights on, auto brake max, get the radars on. They don't work, but we'll turn them on anyway, because hopefully they will do one day. That's all done. Let's go.
Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please.
Right then, so let's just do the quick peds check. Literally no change to our performance. The final load sheet was the same as the preliminary load sheet, so no LMCs. We have got departure figures in intersection Mike 5, dry runway, that's where we're headed to as well. Flexing today 62. Engine out procedure is standard, straight out 1700 feet, then right hand turn to the Kilo Lima Fox VOR, get ourselves up to 4,000 feet, nice and safe above MSA if required. The departure is Luras 1 Quebec, which requires us to make an immediate right turn passing 600 feet. Noise abatement 2, departure, first turn to the right as we've just said, and the initial stop climb is 5,000. So the taxi checklist, flight controls have been checked, flap setting is config 1 FMAs, climb now blue 152 5000 and flex 62. Radar predicted wind shear is on, ecam memos, takeoff no blue, EFB is stowed, I just need to get that disconnected. We'll throw yours out the window.
Easy 9er, wind 030 degrees 7 knots, runway 7 right, clear takeoff.
Easy 9er, clear takeoff.
So taking Bravo,
Good evening,
which
Red
is
North
this.
3303, stand Alpha 06, I4 to Copenhagen.
Red Nose 3303, Berlin Tower, hello. Info Foxtrot, startup approved, cleared Copenhagen, Gerga 2 Bravo, runway 7 left, flight plan route, climb via SID 5,000 feet and squawk 2020.
Right, let's not miss this intersection now we've asked for it. So
Red North 3303.
should actually be quite straightforward. So we've got the Echo apron over there to the right.
Red Nose 3303, read back correct.
And then after that,
3303 is ready for taxi.
it'll be a left turn when we see a taxiway over to the right, and it's opposite that we're going.
3303, are you able to Lima 3 for departure?
Yeah, we should be able to.
Roger, 3303, taxi on point 7 left.
So now, just coming back into the chat, obviously while setting things up, I don't get to read the chat through too much.
Victor 4 Delta.
Few people wondering where Tivat is. Yeah, so it's Montenegro, or Yugoslavia as was, and it's a great approach. You're going to love this approach. I promise you that. Looking forward to seeing the scenery when we get there. Jumping to Twitch, thank you for the follow. Doghouse Live as well. I have apologies for missing the notifications whilst we were getting set up, but there you are. Will H says thank you for the A320 playlist, but learned flying the A320 so easy, doesn't it? You are welcome, Will. Any questions? Then the live chat is a good place to ask them. Now, here is where we're going to be going down. Just there. So we go left just here. And Mike 5 is down there. In fact, we've just seen the sign for it. Where's my taxi line gone? Oh, there you go. Look at that. Fellow company departure. What the hell's happened there?
641 requesting IFO clearance.
Glitch in the matrix.
Echo from Berlin to Bergen.
Alpine 362 first. Are you ready for immediate?
Delta 641, did you ask if I was ready for the media?
Negative, this transmission was for Alpine 362. Are you ready for immediate?
Affirm, Alpine 9362.
Alpine 362, roger, no delay. Line up, runway 7 right. I call you back.
No delay, line up and wait. 7 right, Alpine 9362. Okay, lights are on.
Easy 9er, contact Bremen 119er decimal 1 correction 124 decimal 175. Bye bye.
Easy 9er, contact Bremen on 1.1550. Goodbye, good day.
Alpine 362, no delay, wind 03 at 7, runway 7 right, cleared immediate.
Cleared immediate departure, runway 07 right, Alpine 9362. If my aircraft will go in the direction I would like it to. Cabin secure, takeoff runway is 07 right, via Mike 5, and TCAS, TRA.
Cancel takeoff clearance, hold position, I second cancel takeoff clearance, I call you back.
Hold position, Alpine 9362.
Red Nose 3303, line up, runway 7 left.
Line up 7 left, 3303.
Excellent, 1 Lima Tango, ready for taxi.
Excellent, 1 Lima Tango, taxi.
Let me finish that checklist. Cabin secure, takeoff runway is 07 right, fire, Mike 5. TCAS TRA packs 1 and 2 are now off. Chalty, good afternoon, Squire. How you doing, sir? I think there may be something wrong with the scenery, yeah, since we had the problem with the internet. I think something might be turned off. We might have to turn it back on again, but we'll not do it now. We'll do it once we're airborne.
Delta 641, will I be able to retry my clearance?
Delta 641, now we have info Foxtrot, startup approved, cleared Bergen, Gerga 1 Zulu, departure, runway 7 right, flight plan route, squawk 2003.
Hey Spurs, how you doing? Good to see you.
Clear to Virgin via 07
Santa King
right,
Lee, good day on
1
Twitch.
Zulu
How are you, sir? Hope you're well.
Then fly by the SID, squawk 2003, Delta 641.
Delta 641, read back correct.
Jim, I don't use Luke Air Tools, so I'm afraid I can't say, but somebody in the chat might be able to help you.
Nordic 9001 would like to take a clearance for flight to ground scenario via flight plan information Foxtrot on board.
Nordic 9001, stand by, short, call you back.
We'll see you soon, Barry.
62, wind 030 at 7, runway 7 right, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff 07 right, Alpine 9362. Let's go. Right.
And Nordic 3303.
Takeoff, start the chrono.
030 at 7, runway 7 left, clear takeoff.
Oh, wow. Parallel departures. I don't think we've ever had one of those before. Engine stable, set takeoff thrust. Manflex, SRS, and runway.
Nordic 9001, ready to copy.
Ready to copy 9001.
Roger. Nordic 9001, cleared Las Palmas, we have information Foxtrot. The startup approved, log to 1 Quebec, departure, runway 7 right, flight plan route, climb VATSIM level 80 and squawk 2004.
Rotate.
Nordic 9001, cleared to Las Palmas, logged 1 Quebec departure, runway 07 right, after departure 8,000 feet, squawk 2004.
Nordic 9001, read back on.
600 feet, right turn.
Berlin Tower, good day, Conrad Mike Charlie, ILS 07 right.
Conrad Mike Charlie, Berlin Tower, low, wind 030 at 7, runway 7 right, clear.
Autopilot 1 engaged.
07 right, clear to land, Conrad Mike Charlie.
Thrust climb, climb.
Delta 641 for your flight to Bergen. I need you on an even level. I can offer 300 or level 320 for cruise.
Flight level 200 will be alright for Delta 641.
Through that turn, so we can manage the speed.
Affirmative, Delta 641.
Yeah, I think we definitely need to get the data turned back on, don't we?
Nordic 9001.
Looks like FS98.
Nordic 9001, pushback approved, face south.
Push approved, face south, Nordic 9001.
Get the anti-ice on, packs on as well. S-speed, flaps 0, spoilers disarmed.
Cargo 125, cleared to Berlin, local IFR patterns, vector departure runway 7 left, climb runway heading up to 4,000 feet, at squawk 1000.
Waiting for Tower to hand us off. I think there's a Bremen controller around.
Alpha 9362, contact Bremen, 124, that's 175, bye bye.
12417 for Alpine 9362. Thanks for the service, good day.
Nordic 33.
Hello, identified.
Speed out start.
Level 200.
200, 3303.
Bremen radar, good morning, Alpine 9362, reaching altitude 5,000 feet. Lurus 1, Quebec.
Alpine 362, Bremen radar, hello, identified. Climb flight level 250, direct Lurus.
Flight level 250 and direct Lurus for Alpine 9362.
Transatlantic Papa Mike, contact Berlin Tower 118.8, ciao.
118.8,
Lufthansa Tripadvisor Light.
First climb, open climb 250
Ryanair
blue.
7 November Papa, turn left heading 100, I say again, left heading 100, cleared LS 07 left.
And direct Lewis.
Ryanair 7 November Papa, turn left heading 100.
Do you think it's weird seeing Flight Simulator without the data turned on? It looks so strange. That's what happens when your router conks out halfway through a stream. We'll get it turned back on a little bit later. It'd be good to do it when we're not being controlled by live air traffic controllers, because the simulator will pause for a couple of minutes while we do that. But we definitely want it on by the time we get to Tivat. Right, so spoilers, flaps, gear, lights, they can all come off. And we will ding the cabin crew so they can start the cabin service.
Ryanair 7 November Papa, ist Highspeed approved?
Ja.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember, that smoking
KLM25 Bravo, direct Delta, Bravo 535.
includes e-cigarettes.
I think we're above the cloud base now, so we might be able to turn the anti-ice off. Just get another minute. But we're coming up on 10,000 feet.
Transit to Lima Papa, die sind 2,500 feet.
So passing 10,000 feet, airports are on the EFIS progress page. 360 is what we're going to be flying to for the moment. We can't get up to our plan of Cruiser 39 because we're too heavy till we've burnt that fuel off. So we'll zero the cost index. And
Transit to Lima Papa,
Radnav page can be cleared out. We'll leave the secondary flight plan as it is for the moment, because if we do something still breaks at the moment, then we can still get into the older Kilo Lima Fox. Everything looks nice and smooth. They can come off. And we'll get the seatbelt signs off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move around the cabin. We do recommend, however, when in your seat, that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. The toilets are now available. Please contact a member of the cabin crew.
KLM25 Bravo, descend level 100.
Thank you.
Descend level 100. KLM25 Bravo.
As Summit, thank you for the follow, mate, and yeah, just kept an eye on that. Thanks for shouting that out and letting me know. Scandinavian Captain, good morning, sir. Hope you are well. LR Aviation, you said you wouldn't fly the Phoenix because there were so many problems, but it's such a good plane. even with the problems. What problems annoy you, LR Aviation? Let me know. Hey, Mona Lima.
4990 Golf, descend level 120, push title above 4. Sorry, second please.
Standby. Ryanair.
Hey, Zara 2411, how you doing?
Ryanair 7 November Papa, confirm localizer is alive.
Affirm Ryanair 7 November Papa.
Roger. Transit to Lima Papa, contact Tower 118.8, sorry.
1188, danke, war eine schöne Übung.
Jo. So, Alpine von einer Zulu Golf, direct Delta, Bravo 572, descend level 120.
Delta by 572, descend level
George Jenkinson, hopefully we'll have a good flight. Hopefully you'll be with us when we land in Tivat as well, because it's just an awesome approach. Definitely one of my favourites.
Expect vectors for LS approach on 07 right.
Floxpin says he's flying tomorrow in real life, presumably 6 AM, because we'll get up to flight sim at 6 AM with Easyjet from Berlin down to Malaga. Excellent. That's a nice flight.
Confirm just localizer or fully established?
Affirm, 7 November.
Jordan, you had an issue with the Phoenix yesterday. Heading and altitude will respond to any changes. I've had that. There is a kind of a little workaround. So, if your FCU, these dials here, are not responding, as you're changing them, just look at your primary flight display, because your speed, if you're altering that, will be going up here, your target speed. Your altitude as well will also be changing, and also your heading bug will be moving as well. Just for some reason, the FCU occasionally gets stuck. No idea why. But yeah, I agree. It is frustrating. Dogplay24, thank you so much for the follow. And Eastbirds Lee is celebrating 2 years of channel membership. Eastbirds, that is awesome. And you're celebrating the milestone from Japan, of course. Yeah, oh, Eastbirds, how is Japan? I keep seeing the pictures you put on our Discord server. You must be having a great time. But thank you for the 2 years of support, Eastbirds. Time has really flown. Pardon the pun.
Heading 100 steht localizer, 07 right, cannon Tivat Bravo.
Right, we'll see if we request flight level 360 shortly. What we at? Coming up to 21 and we're cleared to 25.
Red nose 3303, climb flight level 340.
340, 3303.
Oh, Danny, if you've had the speed jumping up and down as well, yeah, that's due to wind, which I don't think is too dissimilar to real life, to be honest. Santa King puns are always allowed. Well, I think so. My kids...
9363, leaving my airspace, Monitor Unicom on to transmit, bye-bye.
Over to Unicom, thank you so much for the service, Alpine 9362, bye-bye. Yes, so... let me just ping on to Unicom, there we go. Yeah, so my eldest is now, he's 8. So I'm slowly getting into the dad joke vibe. Even now he's rolling his eyes at me. How bad can I make them? It's got to be done. Right, what I'm going to do, before we get a higher clearance, we're going to clear ourselves up. Let me see if I can turn on the data. So what is it? It's on the data tab. Yeah, look, this is off. Let's keep that on. Apply and save. This may take a couple of minutes, which is why I didn't want to do it whilst I was inside controlled airspace. So just bear with me a sec while we get that hopefully all turned back on and working now. But yeah, it's annoying when it gets turned off. And some people, I know, it turns it off automatically, not when you just had an internet issue, but sometimes when you have just updated your graphics driver, or even on some sim updates and world updates, things like that, and people come in and say, why does this look ridiculously bad? And that's usually the reason. Right, they're all turned on. Let's go back, resume. Can we see the ground? Have we got any gaps in the ground? Oh, that looks far better, doesn't it? There we go. Job done. Right, so we are going to clear ourselves up further. We can't go up to our planned altitude. We're too high at the too heavy at the moment. We're planned flight level 39, optimum's 36. Actually, the recommended max is 39. We'll go up to 37. So 370 blue. Let's continue that climb. DZC says, let's see if I can get you any air traffic control into Tivat. That would be amazing if you could. We're not due there for another hour and a half or so, so there's definitely no rush. Hey Kevin, good afternoon. A320 Greeks, you were on the frequency, were you? Oh, fantastic. Ella Aviation, one of the things with the Phoenix crashing on finals, make sure you've got anti-ice in the simulator turned off. Phoenix and Azobo anti-ice, they don't play nicely together. Eastbird, so how's Japan? He says it's awesome here. I have a lot of pictures to share, so much fun. Visited a beautiful castle today and played Train Simulator in the arcade hall. Wow. They've got a train simulator in the arcade hall. That shows you the difference between the kind of demographics in Japan and mainstream gamers, really, doesn't it, in the Western world? You wouldn't catch them playing Train Simulator. So yeah. Oh, definitely better now. We've got the data turned on. Far better. And DZC, oh, Go away. Don't want to talk to you. DZC, mate, thank you so much for your very kind €10 donation saying enjoying the flight into Adriatica and Tivat. Mate, I will indeed. That is an incredibly generous donation. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And your first super chat as well into the chat, so even more special. Thank you so much. Really glad you're with us today. Hopefully you'll stick around as well for the arrival into Tivat because, as I'm sure you're aware, what an amazing approach it is. Just having a look. Don't think we've got any air traffic control ahead of us. It might come on as we go. So the flight time today is around 1 hour 40, I think. Let's have a quick check down in the box, see what it says. So yeah, what time is it now? Zulu time's 11:47. Well, we've got about an hour and 20 minutes, I reckon. Maybe I had a bit of time for that because we'll have to slow down. It's one of these nice stabilised approaches that we don't want to rush. Selene, am I going to buy the new Tivat Airport? I'll be honest, probably not, just because I don't fly there. I've got so many add-on airports, but I don't tend to fly into Dublin. There's too many of those Boeing kind of aircraft with harps on their tails. Dushansky says he's now flying from Tel Aviv to London Heathrow. That is a long flight. We've not been to Tel Aviv for a while. We need to do that. I just need more time. That's my problem. If I could do this all day, every day, wouldn't that be amazing? I've got a little traffic coming towards us there. Got them on TCAS at all? I can't see anything. He's miles away anyway. Good stuff. A320 Geek saying the call sign's wrong. Bear with me 1 second. I shall have a quick look. That's what we're doing. Berlin to Tivat. Quick search on that. Yeah, no, it's actually spot on. So this flight flew yesterday with a strange code. So the flight number was actually EC9361, which means that the call sign was Alpine 9361. So yeah, I do check these things out, A320 geeks, to make sure that we're paying particular attention to detail. So yeah, this is the correct call sign for the flight that flew there yesterday. Right, what are we at? 31. AZ Pilot, I'm doing well. Thanks for coming on board today. Hope you're okay. LA Aviation, yeah, the icing issue is very well known in the Fenix, so definitely make sure you've got that turned off in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Hey, Ghost Rider. Selena, you're so happy that JFK is getting an airport finally. Yes, I have seen that, and do you know what? Even though I don't fly really in America too much, I think it's probably still going to be one of those airports worth getting, isn't it? Catch some rays. Hey mate, what's my thought on micro simulations? Manchester Airport, brilliant. One of the first high detailed airports to come out from Microsoft Flight Simulator, which I was really happy about because Manchester is my local. Sadly now Doncaster's shut down, so yeah, highly recommend that. Flown into there in the sim dozens of times. Kevin says Easy 383 is doing a cruise just next to us off our right. Oh, can we give you a wave? Are you around? Oh, passengers can't see you. Hang on. Either that or you're not leaving a contrail and we just can't spot you. Which might be the case. Hey Tom Brell, hope you are well. Ori, when the A380 comes out, will I fly? Absolutely I will. Hey Tav is on Twitch, how you doing? Nick, when did you do that? You did a 4-hour flight up to Rovaniemi only to crash on due to the icing being on? Was that when we did our Christmas stream? Oh, wow. That little message on VATSIM there from Alexander. Thanks for watching the stream, mate. Looking forward to Tivat. Yes, me too. So the planned arrival is the preferred runway, of course, which is runway 31, 32, one of them. It's the one that flies us between the valley, not the circling approach. We did a circling approach not long ago. Oh, Nick, you did do it for the Christmas one. It was the Santa event on VATSIM and everything, and you crashed because the anti-ice was the icing was turned on. Oh no. Hey, A320. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a ferry flight or not. They, I did see the original aircraft didn't get in there. I don't know why. Bad weather or whatever. Also, if it's too late, I think it's a daytime approach only as well into Tivat as well. So, if it got delayed, it was going to start and get dark. Then it's a no-go. What are we at? 35. 2,000 feet to go. Yeah, Captain Rays, I can personally tell you that Manchester Airport is great from MacoSim. We've not had any release from MacoSim since, was it Cancun, their last one, I think? Santa King, yeah, the Santa event we say, yeah. Make sure you don't miss that every winter. I suppose it is summer if you're watching in Australia. Hey, Jordan. Z-Pilot was my favourite route from Heathrow. Oh, I don't fly from Heathrow very often, but I guess if it's got to be something like Heathrow JFK, hasn't it? Crossing the Atlantic, awesome. Seeing the Canadian Northern Islands coming into view. Danny, same with Flight Tampa, keeps saying it, but I don't know what they're up to at the moment. Don't we all think that they're kind of working on what do you call it? On Amsterdam. That's what we're all hoping for, isn't it?
Doing possibly 9 at section and 20 via Foxtrot Hotel and GSX.
Tumbleweed Ferguson says he's not done a flight simulator since '98 because you always crash the plane. Well, that's the beauty of it not being real life. Aorta, do I have problems with my engine start switching the Fenix with the Airbus throttle because you do? No, I don't. The only issue I do have is if the engine mode selector switch is set to ignition, which I can do. So if it's there, then whenever you use the right mouse button to pan round, look, see, it moves. So panning round whilst it's in ignition mode is a bit of a pain. You can use the middle mouse button though, and that's okay. Right, about 400 feet to go. Yeah, so if you use your middle mouse button, so I've just pressed the middle mouse button and now I can pan round. This then, actually, if you watch, put it back to ignition, doesn't affect it, look, if you're using the middle mouse button to pan. Only affects it if you use the right mouse button. It's like there's something linked between the right mouse button and that. Josh, EasyJet or Ryanair? I'm going to let you work out my answer to that question. Hey, Zach Simulations, how can you prepare your PC for installing Microsoft Flight Sim 2020? Oh, make sure you've got a lot of space. Right, we are at flight level 370. Can we continue up to our planned cruise? It's getting... I mean, if that gets to 398, I'm quite happy to go up there. For now, let's remain flight level 37, so we'll just change the cruise to 370. That's it. So, top of climb is done. So, pop the cost index back to 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, just to let you know, we've reached our cruising altitude for today, and we are not anticipating any major delays or bad weather ahead, so we should be arriving on time as planned. The cabin crew will now start to make their way around the aircraft, so please make sure that the aisles are clear of any items you may have, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. A reminder that our Easyjet Sim pilot members are able to take advantage of free drinks throughout the duration of the flight. Thank you, and we shall have an update for you shortly.
Awesome, everything looks fine, and just confirming, what fuel did we take? We took 8.6 tons, so 6, 7, 8.6 tons, yeah, no fuel leak. Wonderful, jobs are good. We'll do a fuel check as well. So Victor Lima Mike will do that in a couple of minutes. See what we should have. So let me just bring up the tablet screen again. Adriac has sent a $5 tip as well to the channel, mate. That is awesome. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Glad you're here today as well, as we're literally flying through your region, I think, and coming down into Tivat. Really hope you're going to be here for the Tivat approach. It's one of my personal favourites. So thank you. I do really appreciate that. That's very, very generous of you. Right, where's my Fenix tab gone? Cholty, I've read about that and seen some pictures. The Haneda XL Hotel in Tokyo. It's a hotel room with a replica 737-800 professional functional flight simulator built into your room. I also had a look at the price, and that was a bit eye-watering, I'll be honest with you, as you would expect to have the full use of a 737 flight sim for as long as you wished. Right, Victor Lima Mike, where are you? How long have we been flying for? About 25 minutes? God, there's a lot of waypoints on this flight plan. Okay, so let me see. And VATSIM also tipping another dollar, saying nothing 100% confirmed yet, but they're working to try and get some air traffic control into Tivat. Oh, how amazing would that be? That'd be fantastic. Every time we've landed in Tivat, I don't think we've actually had any ATC getting in there, so that would be a first. So thank you, mate. Really do appreciate what you're doing. Right, what am I doing? I'm doing my fuel checks. So, VLM there now just at the top. We would expect about 5 tons of fuel. What did we take in the end? We took 8.6 tons of fuel, which extra was about 1.2 tons. So we've got about 1.2 tons of fuel extra on board, taking into account the contingency. So that makes the maths pretty easy then. So if we should have 5 tons, then we should at VLM have 6.2 tons of fuel. We got given a direct as well. Bear in mind we're also on a shorter route because we had a runway change, so we've actually got 6.7 tons of fuel. We've got like half a ton of fuel extra. We'll have to do a landing calculation a little bit, make sure we can still get into Tivat. I'm sure we can. James Martin, mate, welcome to the Captain's Club. James, becoming a channel member. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, James. And as you are a captain now on the channel, if you're on Discord, do make sure you get yourself into the VIP lounge on our Discord server as well. Get some en route weathers then. So let's have a look what we got. We've got Vienna down there. That is Vienna, isn't it? Lima Oscar Whiskey Whiskey. Is that Vienna? I don't go to Vienna that often. So send that off. Where else have we got ahead of us? That is a good shout to dive into if something breaks. Can actually use the tablet, which is really handy. Hey, Notlex, how you doing? When did you come into the chat? Have you only just arrived, Notlex? I've not seen you. Hey Sebastian, we had air traffic control on departure. We've got nothing at the moment, but they're working to get some ATC into Tivat, which would be awesome. Ooh, we've got Zagreb en route as well. Can't remember the airport for that. Not the code anyway. So let's just have a quick look at some other alternates. We'll get the weather for, and then if something breaks, we've got somewhere where we can dart into. So Zagreb is Lima Delta Zulu Alpha. Let's check that out. We haven't been there for a while either. It is an Easyjet destination, so we'll have to pay them a visit as well in a little bit. And we'll also just check out Ljubljana, which is another one of my favourites to fly into. That's got a bit of terrain which you need to avoid as well. Right, so weathers, let's see. So Zagreb, Cabo K 050 at 10 knots with wind shear on all runways. Fine. As long as you've not lost an engine, then we should be alright. Ljubljana has got 120 light winds. Again, good visibility. No significant changes. And let's see what's happening in Tivat, of course. So I believe Tivat's got light winds at the moment, which means they'll be using their normal preferred runway, the localizer approach. 260 at 3 knots. No significant changes, varying between 200 and 300. Yeah, so northwesterly winds. Danny says Split's another good alternate. Heard Nick lives it there. No, Danny, it's Dark. Dark Fury loves it there. Cheetah Pal, the ETA should be at the top of the screen if that is working. Looks like a nice day anyway, doesn't it? Down there. Slowly starting to get warmer and warmer.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Oh, nice. Adria Radar's just come online. Good stuff. So we're not in their airspace yet, I believe, but we will be in a few minutes. So that's nice. And that Adrian has just sent another $1 tip. Mate, thank you so much for your support today. That's been incredible. But Adrian Radar is online. So we're going to be heading into airspace shortly. Let's check out the frequency 13000. And I'll get some background ATC chatter. Great to have Adrian Radar online as we fly into there. Awesome.
Sun Express 4 Delta Sesquok 5264.
The 5264 Sun Express 4 Delta.
No, Lex, you want Eastbird's banned from the casino because he'll bankrupt. I know.
Sun Express 4 Delta identified.
Hey, Airways Production. I'm well, thank you. Hope you are too. Top of descent is a while away just yet.
73 November, dobar dan, at your radar, Sesquok 5254.
5254 for Skype.
Should be on the ground in about an hour or so, I'm reckoning.
Adria Control, good afternoon. Condor 868, flight level 350.
Condor 868, good afternoon. Adria Radar, identified.
Adria Radar, good afternoon. Chinook 65, Bravo Mike, flight level 350.
Chinook 65, Bravo Mike, dobar dan, Adria Squawk 5275.
5275, Chinook 65, Bravo Mike.
Eastbird, you're now going to go and pick up sushi in the lobby. Nice. Nice. Right, so as we'll cross over into Adria Radar as we leave Austria and head into Slovenia and then over Croatia, of course.
Chinook 65 Bravo Mike now identified. Expect a run on level 130.
So, I'll just come off their frequency for now, because what we're going to do, whilst it's nice and quiet in the flight deck, now is a good time to start looking at this approach into Tivat. So, let's look at prepping this. The runways that we expect to be in use then, given the winds, is runway 32. That's what we've got in the box at the moment. So the way this works is we've got on our flight plan the Tivat 1 Delta arrival. So that means then that we get down to the Tivat NDB and then we fly. So we're going to fly basically. I just get rid of this chart. Where's the flight route gone? It's not there. That's weird. Anyway, never mind. But basically we will fly almost straight over the airport to Tivat NDB, and that's when we will start getting down. So we want to start dropping down and slowing down as well. So all of this, a lot of this to be flown at sort of green dot speed and flaps 1. Early configuration is quite important here for this, because what we do is we fly to Sorag and then Olivu. Ideally at Olivu, that's where I would plan green dot, and then we start to get flaps 1, max speed of 210 knots, so speed 180 really, and then from Gossett to Tivat 301. This is all flaps 2 stuff, and then once we're at Gossett and we pass Gossett 4,000 feet, gear down, flaps 3, and then start going down the localizer. It's also quite a it's not steep, but it's steeper than the norm. It's a 3.2 descent angle, so we're going down, 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 and then 3 miles from Tivat, that is the missed approach point. That's where we knock off the autopilot if we're happy, and then what you tend to do is, just to get yourself lined up with the runway, because it's 20 degrees offset this approach, is once you're happy and you can see the terrain either side of you as we're flying down this valley, brake over to the right, and then come in to land and line yourself up. So that's the plan. But early stabilization is quite important. And then just confirmation of that, the localizer course is offset 20 degrees. VAT Adria with another $1 tip to announce that both approach and tower control are online there as well. This is going to be an epic arrival into Tivat. So we'll listen out for the ATIS to see what they're planning as well. But yeah, that's the plan. Now, of course, if we've got ATC online, what they might do is they might give us vectors down sort of the eastern side of this terrain, just to come in and start the approach, perhaps maybe direct Sorag rather than going direct to TAS NDB. So we'll start the approach then at Sorag and come in round this way, which I know some aircraft do in real life as well. But yeah, full ATC, great stuff. Looking forward to that. Dapichi on Twitch, which is the best Gatwick scenery available for flight sim right now? Well, there's obviously two options. There's the inner-built payware, or there's the freeware available on flightsim.to. Obviously, no cost for that one, so I'd give the freeware a whirl, see if you like it. If not, I'll go for the inner-builds. Z-Pilot Tivat is not too small for this airport, I know. But remember, this is a real-world flight. This flight actually flew yesterday. So yeah, real-world flight. You can get 737s and A320s in there. Let's see if we're going to be doing flaps 2 or flaps 3 then. To do that, we need to do a landing performance calculation. Let's see what fuel we're looking to land with. So we're planning to land with about 4.5 tons of fuel. Zero fuel weight is 55, so what's that? 59.5 tons. So, landing calculation. Oh, wrong one. That's the arrival. Hang on. Zack Simulations, is Microsoft Flight Simulator easy to install? It is, yeah, it just takes a long time. Right, so I expect, given the winds, I'm going to be using runway 32. It's not raining, so it's dry. Let's just pop the latest meta in there, apply that. Landing weight, what did I say? 59.5 tons. Let's call it 60 tons in case we get directs or anything like that. So 60 tons. That's auto brake low, idle or no reverse. That's flaps full. We do flaps 3 and get in. Yep, well that confirms it for me, flaps 3. It means that we can get fully configured early and get the checklist out of the way, so then we can concentrate on landing. Plus it's better for the environment a little bit as well. Nolex says, prepare to wait a decade for Microsoft Flight Simulator to install with how slow the servers are. Yeah, it does take a while, doesn't it? Oh, the clouds are clearing as well now. We're getting even better views down there. Matt says it took you an entire afternoon to download. That's nothing, mate. When Flight Simulator first came out, which is what, 2.5 years ago now? I mean, I literally bought it and installed it on day 1. And day 2, because I think the very first install with everybody downloading it took 28 hours for me to download, which was just appalling. It now takes me about 18 if I have to reinstall it, but touch wood, not done that for a while. Chalty, don't tail strike the Airbus. Remember, you've got a plastic tail. I'm looking at one now. Pilot kept in situ until we get a non-revenue CRS back to the UK. Oh, 250 knots, flight level 100. He's got a long way home. Wow. Oh, can you imagine doing that flight? But that's like flying an Airbus VFR. How awesome would that be? We might have to replicate that one day, Charlie. Send me the details. We'll, as much as you can. We might have to replicate that. Tail strike. We're gonna have to fly it home without pressurizing the aircraft. How awesome is that? Thankfully, tail strikes on the 320 are rare. 321's more common. Hey, Oliver Keenel. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Hope you are well. Nick, yeah, HC's absolutely fine. He's, you know, he's doing what he should be doing. Which is following instructions from his missus. No, he's he's working, bless him. I don't know where he is today, actually. I know he had a nice long flight not long ago to Cyprus. That's a leg and a half. Hey Faraz, you can actually download my FS Realistic settings if you search for my profile, so you can get them exactly. Bikers, do I disable the scenery in the content manager that I'm not using on the route that I fly? No, I just leave everything. Z-Pilot A380 or 747? Oh, A380 every day of the week. Ace, have Pyrrhus done a Tivat scenery? Have they? I've not seen that one. Hey Victor from DK, thank you for the follow, mate. I didn't realise Pyrrhus had done a Tivat. Are you sure? I'm going to have to check that out. I know there was one available for one of Orbx's other partners, because you could buy it through Orbx, but this is their own. Oh, Christian, I think I've just answered your question. Anyway, Christian, hi mate, how you doing? Hey Hugh, how does the VNAV work in the Fenix compared to the 737? Well, first of all, we don't call it VNAV just because that's a Boeing phrase. We have managed descent and managed climb in the Airbus. It works pretty much exactly the same. There's a little green yo-yo that you follow to stay on profile. The only thing, remember Hugh, that the Airbus does not do, it will not automatically descend you at your top of descent, which is fine. I never liked the fact that the Boeing had that ability anyway. What if you start going down and forget to ask ATC? I mean, in the simulator, probably doesn't matter quite so much. I can see I'm going to have to pop to the loo before we go down. I'm drinking tea, and you know when I'm going to be busting, don't you? About 20 miles out. FSX 785, how can you get the tiller axis on your joystick to turn the 737 on the ground? It only turns a little. I'm no PMDG 737 expert. Perhaps someone in the chat might be able to help you with that. Would I fly an A321 if it came out Z-Pilot? Absolutely I would. I know Latin VFR have got it, but I wasn't that impressed with that, to be honest. Well, my lad's got football training tonight, which means me and my wife are going to have to play rock, paper, scissors to see which one takes him. I wouldn't mind if it was indoors, but it's not. It's outside, and at that time of night when the wind's whipping high up on the hill, it's blooming freezing. Jordan, anyone know if you can reset the heading back to Dasher's dial once engaged? Yeah, of course you can, Jordan. Let me show you. It's very straightforward. So you just need to pull See how the icon's a little down arrow? Pull it. Now we're in heading mode. You can confirm that there. So you're in heading mode. I'm going to pop that back into nav mode. There we are. Matt Arcade, you've just landed in Larnaca with no fuel. You really need to add more. SimBrief always running out on me. If the profile's right, Matt, SimBrief is usually pretty good. Always worth doing a fuel check though and taking a little bit more. Oh, Kevin, good tip here for FSX Simmer. So Kevin says, for the people having issues turning the 737, make sure the nose wheel steering is set to the rudder only in the FMC. Right, Adria Centre wanters. It's time to give them a shout.
Visa 7 Victor Adria Raider, good afternoon. Set squawk 5244.
5244, Visa 7 Victor.
Adria Radar, good afternoon. Alpine 9362, flight level 370, inbound Sassel.
Alpine 9362, good afternoon. Adria Raider, you are identified. Expect Tango Alpha Zulu 3 Alpha arrival.
Expect the Tango Alpha Zulu 3 Alpha arrival, Alpine 9362. Right, let's go and check that approach out. That's not the one we've got in the box.
Visa 7 Victor, identified. Expect Derwenta 4 Lima arrival.
Expect deck for Lima arrival.
To be fair, it's not too dissimilar. It's actually a little bit easier on the miles, so that's fine. Let's go and get that sorted then. Right, let's fill out the box. Now we know what it is we are doing. So, flight plan page, runway 32. So localize the same, just changing the approach. It's going to be Tango Alpha Zulu 3 Alpha. There it is. The approach then comes in via Olivu still. Just there. Although actually, that might be no vias. We'll pop in no vias for that, insert that, and now let's just check that out. So, all these waypoints are now based on these distances from the pod VOR. So, it's 121 Hotel, Olivu, and then that's got us going to Gossett. Not sure if that should take us to Lasty actually, in which case, hang on, put Olivu in, insert that. So we've got Olivu, let's check the map, see what that's got. That looks alright actually. So Olivu, round the corner to Gossett, then after Gossett it's the Taz NDB, that's the one. Lovely, right, box is done, get rid of that. So just to help the flight computer with its planning and descent planning, Olivu, we don't want to be doing 250 knots. We want to be nice and steady around here, so yeah, at Gossett we want to be about 180, so that's cruise like 180 knots there.
Pushes that approved, facing south, QNH 1016, calling for taxi.
There we go, that's fine. Why has it got... 211 at Taz. That's alright. I want to be pretty much configured by the time we get to the Taz in DB, so...
Andrea Radar, Alpine 39, uniform Echo at Pristina, stand 201 Alpha, Type A320, requesting clearance to Berlin.
Alpine 39 uniform Echo.
There we are, that's all in. Danny, I've never done the circle to land here, no. Right, so flight plan page is done. Radnav page, let's fill that out. We obviously want the TAS NDB.
So is that initial climb to flight level 120 and then squawk 5261 for Alpine 39.
There is also the NDB just to the northwest of the field. And of course, whilst we're not flying over it,
we'll clear for taxi.
the pod VOR.
Echo.
So that's done.
Adria radar, dobar dan, Amber 284, flight level 6,000 feet.
Amber 284, dobar dan, squawk 5203.
So that's distance to the threshold. That's in.
Good day.
Now, have we got any 80s yet for...
Sky Travel Force 4360
Have we got any 80s yet for our destination? Let's check that out.
Squawk 1421, Sky Travel Force 360.
Number 284 identified, direct Parak, climb flight level 280.
Direct Parak and climb.
No 80s, but there's the weather. So currently variable 2 knots.
Sky Travel 4360 identified.
So that would be runway 32, so we'll pop in 320.
Proceed direct
2 knots.
Sky Travel 4360.
Temperature.
Alpine 9362, direct Tango Alpha Zulu.
Wow, straight there. Direct Tango Alpha Zulu, Alpine 9362. How far away is that then? Just confirmed. Oh wow, there we go. A direct straight to the start of the approach. 272 miles away. We should be there in about half an hour. Fine. Let me just continue with the performance page. Just filling the box out, ready for our approach.
65 Bravo Mike.
1015 is the Q&H.
Available Unicom 128. Bye bye.
122 destination 65 Bravo Mike. Thanks so much. Goodbye.
Temperature.
Actually, radar, hello, Fenix A320.
10 degrees.
360.
Fenix 25 Juliet, Dobrodan, Adria, radar set squawk 1000.
Well, let's look at the minimums for this approach. So we need 5 kilometers, that's fine. And minimums 1370.
Easy 32, fully released from Adria.
I'm going to do config 3 landing. We've already checked that that's going to be safe for us. Let's get that on. I don't use Volanta, no, just because I don't want another program running in the background. That's the only reason. I've got nothing against it. Great software for those of you that use it. But yeah, I just like to keep the machine as clutter-free as possible, if I can. Dr. No Name, hope you are well. Thanks for watching. Shout out to 56 viewers on Twitch as well, just because Twitch is relatively new to us. So thank you guys for being here. Hope you're all well. FSTraffic, how do you get the ground textures to look crisp at height? It's all to do with the level of detail. But if you want to have a look at the graphic settings I use, there is a video on YouTube and a tutorial which goes through all of my graphic settings, so you can see what it is I'm using. Cubic, thank you for the follow, and Floxblend says it's actually 58. My apologies to the 2 viewers I missed out. Right, we got terrain on as well. We're definitely going to need that for the approach. And let's copy the active. That's done. So, if they decide they want us to do the circle to land with the prescribed tracks, then we break off at 3 miles from the lock DME 295, and then once we're 3 miles, 4 miles, make the turn.
25 Juliet, expect approx 1 Zulu arrival, Irbul transition.
The winds are favouring the runway 32 approach though, so don't think we'll be doing this. If we were going to do it, this is the one that we'd usually use, I think. So, straight from the TAS NDB.
And you have radar, easy freight free with you.
6.3 miles. Then, fly to 4 miles away.
Easy
and it's all visual.
3, very good afternoon, Andrea Radar. You are identified from present position, direct Mike Oscar Juliet.
But we'll do the full brief in a little while. We've just got everything set up at the moment, so all is well. Hey Danny, just curious, but you also put in the go around thrust reduction acceleration values in the go around page. They should be done automatically. However, let me just see what those values are and what they should be. So. Just bear with me 1 second. So for runway 32, yeah, so I am going to, I can update these just because they are not the usual 1,000 feet above ground level. So this is the thrust reduction acceleration value for Tivat. They're high. The idea being to keep you climbing higher and higher away from the terrain. So we'll go and pop these values in. So if you're somewhere where there's terrain around, it's worth checking that out. So yeah, that's far too low. You don't want to be leveling off at 1,000 feet. You want to accelerate. You want to keep on going. So for runway 32, it is 2038 3016, and the engine out. God, let's hope that doesn't happen. 2038. So they're done in case of a go around.
Last station calling, say again.
Requesting distance, Fenix 4 Delta.
Fenix 4 Delta, you are almost unreadable, 2 out of 5. Easyjet 3 Gold Bravo, leaving Adria monitoring on Bye bye.
Okay, so let's do the brief now, and then I'm going to go to the galley before we drop down. So, starting the brief as always with our weather. We've got light winds into Tivat, great visibility, and broken 6,000 feet. QNH is 1015, so it's yeah, nice weather for us today. We shouldn't have any problems seeing things as we make the approach. Aircraft is still fully serviceable. Nothing else is broken. No attempts for the arrival. Threats. Now, where do we begin with this? So the threats are quite obvious. The immediate threat is the terrain. Okay, we can see so much terrain. So we've got steep rising terrain to the east of the airport. There you go. At its highest peak, it's almost 6,000 feet. So that's quite obviously what we want to avoid. Top of that, probably obscured as well in the clouds that we've got. So we need to be aware that it's there. A little bit of good situational awareness for us here. That terrain extends all the way down to the southeast as well, which we're going to pretty much fly over, and then we will be tracking around as we come in for the approach. And then we've got terrain as we go down the localizer, both to the left and right of us as we're coming in, rising steeply to the right and rising to around 1400 feet onto the left. So yeah, it's not the kind of place where you want things to go wrong. But if they do go wrong, the missed approach point is 3 miles from the lock DME. So 3 miles, if we're not happy, something's gone wrong, that's when we break off, fly around, max speed 180, and keep out of the way, basically, of all the hard stuff that we don't want to hit. So that's the biggest threat today. Weather is all good, so we don't need to worry. We don't need to worry about that. Danny says the internet router is also a threat. Yeah, good shout. Good. So all aware of that. We know what's there. Let's respect that terrain and keep away from it. Okay, let's do the full brief then. So we are expecting runway 32 localizer approach. Should also have mentioned as well, I suppose the threat is the 20-degree offset approach for the localizer, but speak about that in a moment. So runway 32 localizer approach. TAS 1 Delta arrival, that's what we've got in the box. We've got speeds also popped in as well. Radnav is tuned to the pod VOR, which is to the southeast of the airport. We've also got the TAS NDB, and we've also got the RO Tivat NDB as well, which is to the west of the airport as well. But this is the important one. We fly straight over this, so if we end up using raw data for whatever reason, that's what we'll be reliant upon. Progress page, we've got runway 32 in there. That's all fine. Performance page, let's just go through. So we've got all this set up. VAP is 138, and we're going to be landing config 3 today. Landing weight is just under 60 tons, and the secondary flight plan is the same as the active flight plan at the moment. The way I'm going to fly the approach then. So we fly to TAS. As we come round and reach Levu, I want green dot at Levu. Once we've left Levu, we want flaps 1, and then flaps 2, gear down, and flaps 3 by the TAS NDB. So basically fully configured for landing at the TAS NDB as we go down the valley. That's the plan for that. We're going to be 4,000 feet at Gossard. TAS NDB platform altitude is 26, and we will be descending from TAS 3.2 degrees on that localizer. So that will be done in track FPA mode, following the localizer, of course. Auto brake low will be fine for us for landing. Once I've got to the missed approach point, we'll disconnect the autopilot, or sooner if we're happy, hug the terrain to the right to line up with the runway. The final runway track is 314. So once we've turned off the flight directors, we'll select 314 as the inbound track, so we can have a little bit of a guide on here for landing. So that's how I plan to fly the approach. All be configured. Once we have landed, we will get off either at Bravo or at Alpha, and then we'll look into park Terminal 2, 5, 6 or 7, which are the bigger stands. If we need to go around, 3 miles is the minimum point where we can go around, and then, as we can see, we'll do that. Flaps 2, round we go around flaps basically, and back up, and the missed approach is 7,000, is it? 6,000 feet. And that basically gets us back into the hold at Lasty, which is down here. So I think that's everything everything covered. The only other thing to mention is if we need to go around after this point, we would apply the bolt landing procedure. Right, job done. I need the galley, so I'll just request permission from ATC just to leave for a couple of minutes. And radar Alpine 9362 just requesting 5 minutes out of the flight deck.
Approved.
Roger, we'll let you know when we return. Alpine 9362. Right, guys, I shall be back in a moment.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. We accept payment in pounds, euros...
SWR 55 Victor identified after departure, climb unrestricted level 240.
Greatly appreciated.
Unrestricted, climb flight level 240, SWR 55.
Just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Skyfall 973, November, descend now, level 330.
Descend 330, Skyfall 973, November.
Sun Express 4 Delta leaving RGA Unicom 128. Bye-bye.
Unicom, bye-bye, Sun Express 4 Delta.
Dinner 25 Juliet, proceed direct Airbull, continue descent level 120.
Direct Airbull, continue 120, proceed departure Juliet.
Visa 7 Victor, continue descent to flight level 120.
Continue descent 120 with a 7 Victor.
Alpine 9362 is back with you.
Alpine 9362, welcome back.
Oh, the clouds are starting to look a bit grey, aren't they?
73 November, leaving Adria, monitor Unicom 128, bye-bye. Visa 7 Victor, continue descent to 6,000 feet on...
Hey Cholty, so what are you doing at the moment? You're at Alicante. Captain's not happy. So this is going to be a flight from hell going home with turbulence. It's still trying to work out how much fuel. Is this at 250 knots and 10,000 feet all the way home? Ugh. Where's he taking it back to, if you can tell us?
Alpine 39 Uniform Echo, ready for taxi.
Alpine 39 Uniform Echo, taxi calling point 35.
Ooh, there's a little danger. There's an Alpine 9, was it 39 or 93? Either way. It's not too dissimilar to our call sign. I throw in as much fuel as you can. Throw on as much fuel as you can, and
Serbia 5 Victor, direct.
so you can take off and land at the other end.
Serbia 5 Victor.
Hey fans, QNH at Tivat
Serbia 5
is
Victor, you can expect
what was it? 1015.
ILS Yankee 36.
Yeah, 1015.
Roger, follow retro for Alpha arrival, ILS Yankee runway 36, Serbia 5 Victor.
Danny, take 19 tons. Yeah, just fill it up. Right, top of descent then guys, in about 60 miles. Who's looking forward to the approach into Tivat? Always good fun. Z-Pilot flew the fly-by-wire Neo. Why is it always stalled when at Toga in the end the engine's cut out? It sounds like something's not configured correctly there. Danny, I think he said it was a tail strike, so you obviously can't really pressurise the aircraft that much because it could be potentially dangerous. Need to get it back to somewhere where they can fix it. Oh, I've just found out my lad's football has moved up an hour. I don't know if that's good or bad. And I've just seen it's absolutely throwing it down with rain, and they're going to be on the grass. Oh, cue mud. Football boots ladled with mud. Yeah, Chalty, don't do that. That'd be a bad idea. Christian says he hasn't flown so much recently due to work, and he's now stuck in an endless update loop for all the mods. That's it. The mods change if you don't keep them updated, and that's yeah, that's a lot of data you got to download now, mate. Well, we've got Tivat on the radar now. I think I've asked this before. Has anyone made a good Dubrovnik yet for Microsoft Flight Simulator? I love Dubrovnik. That's got a nice, almost visual circuit to land approach as well. Cheetah is circle to land, possible. The thing is, Cheetah, yeah, it's within limits, it's possible, but they wouldn't use the circle to land unless they absolutely had to. So it's always preferential to fly the localizer approach.
Alpine 9362 descend now, level 250.
Descend to flight level 250, Alpine 9362. Right, we're going down.
Easy 383 descend now, level 270.
So flight level 270, VP 33.
Flight deck once again, you will be delighted to hear that we will shortly be starting our descent into our destination.
And descent 250 blue.
Preparing for our arrival. If you could please make sure that all the aisles are clear, the cabin crew are able to make their way around the aircraft without any luggage in the aisles, that would be most appreciated. A reminder for our Easyjet pilot members that free drinks are still available from the cabin crew until
Visitor 7 Victor, the service terminated. Continue descent to 4,000 feet. Report Tango Zulu Uniform 20.
Okay, descent to 4,000 feet and will report 20 miles to Tango Zulu Uniform, Wizard 7 Victor.
Is it really? Is it really covered in snow, this part of the world? I know there's some terrain down there, but I didn't think it was high enough to warrant snow-covered mountain caps. Right, we're on the way down. The interesting part of the day is about to start. El Chocolate, hey mate, I've not seen you come into the chat. They said they've recently had record snow for April. Wow, well, clearly, fair enough.
Alpine 390 from Mecca, ready.
If that's if that's exactly what's happened, then fair play to the sim. It's got it right, but you can see why I'm looking at it thinking that doesn't look right. But if it is, wonderful.
Alpine 390
really good.
from Mecca, holding short, runway 35 at Golf.
If you have enjoyed the flight so far, guys, we've been live for the last couple of hours, then please do consider leaving a like on the stream. Helps other people to find the channel as well, so thank you so much to everyone who's done that and does to help to promote us in the YouTube algorithms and things. But yeah, obviously free to do. That little like goes a long way, so thank you everybody. Christian says his car looks like a popsicle again this morning. Berlin was 7 degrees when we left.
This is 7 Victor, Roger, cleared ILS approach runway 09, report established.
Cleared ILS approach runway 09, report established, Wizard 7 Victor.
Wizard 5020, good afternoon, with you flight level 360.
And Piston Broadcasting, thank you so much for the follow as well. On Twitch, hope you're doing well this morning. Or this afternoon now. Christian, it was -4 last night. Ouch. Thank you, Matt Arcade. Appreciate that. Okay, so we've done the brief, we know what we're doing, we know how we're doing it. What I can do as well, just so we've got a bit of a picture built up in our minds. Where are you? So want green dot at this point. Flaps 1. Then we need flaps 2. And importantly, making sure that by the TAS NDB we are fully configured. Very important at that point to be fully configured.
Libya 55 Victor, when ready, descent flight level 140.
When ready, descent flight level 140 at Libya 55 Victor, will be in 5 miles.
That's 5,000,
okay. 4,000,
and then getting down by the TAS NDB to make sure that we are at 2,600. Doesn't actually say it on there, so just give it a little note.
Alpine 9362, continue descent flight level 140.
Continue descent flight level 140 for Alpine 9362.
Alpine 390 from Echo, passing to 4,500.
140 blue.
From Echo to Berdan, identified. Continue unrestricted flight level 240.
And 4,000 at Gossett.
390 from Echo.
Senior Tivat to let request for further descent.
Oh, I don't like that.
25 Juliet,
rub that out.
About
That's far too thick.
230. Descent to 6,000 feet on QNH 1015.
Continue to 6,000 feet, heading to 30, QNH 1015, select 25 Victor, no problem.
There we go. So, just to aid with the mental capacity, we've now got a picture of what we're doing.
Wizard 7 Victor, 1-2 miles final.
Wizard 7 Victor, confirm established on the ILS.
Affirm, fully established now.
Wizard 7 Victor in common, runway 09, straight left.
also want to just check
09er clear to land with 7 Victor.
Gossett. Lowest we get is 4,000. TAS 26.
November Bravo,
That's
direct Bravo Echo
fine.
304.
To be honest, we can just give it a helping hand a little bit. If we just say 4,000 there.
November Bravo, after Bravo Echo 304, VSOC next.
Just update the profile a little bit to help us. Because we need to get down under the profile if we can, but we've got to be aware. You can't get down too low, there's terrain in the way, but when we need the time to bleed that speed off, we can't go down and slow down at the same time. Aircraft don't like doing that.
Sylvia 41 November to Berdan, clear to destination, Value 3 Juliet, climb 6,000, squawk 5.
Anthony, you wonder if in real life operations they also do these drawings? They can do if they want to. I think every pilot's different. I don't do it all the time, but in something like this where I've got a lot going on, just the ability to quickly refresh the picture is nice to be able to have that over there. Celine, you've been loving the stream. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying today.
Continue descent level 160.
Continue descent flight level 160, Easy 383.
Matt Arcade says it was so nice yesterday. Sun was shining, felt warm. Today is just totally different. It is. Yesterday I thought, oh, cut the grass. It's growing. Time to start planting everything. And today it's just throwing it down with rain again and dirty all day. Like, oh, okay. Maybe we'll just... Maybe I'll just stay indoors today. Sorry, dog. You have to hold it. I could have walked my first officer George for hours yesterday. It was a gorgeous day. Jordan, you opened the window on the Phoenix a few days ago. It took you 15 minutes to learn how to close it. Yeah, every new pilot has the same problem. I would show you now, but best not.
Serbia 41 November, request push and start.
Serbia 41 November, start up, pushback approved. Facing east, QNH Belgrade 1018.
Well, the ground's getting closer, that's for sure.
East QNH 1018, pushback approved, Serbia 41 November.
Serbia 55 Victor, contact Podgorica 135.150, ciao ciao.
135-150, Serbia 55 Victor, hvala, ciao.
Glad we got the Bing data turned back on, ready for this approach in. Wouldn't want to do it without.
Skydriver 4360, ready for descent in 10 miles.
Skytravel 4360, descent level 310. I wonder
if Tivat have had any sort of VATSIM events on in the past. I've not been aware of one. Z-Pilot, will I butter it like last time? Probably not on this arrival, Z-Pilot. No, do you know what? I think I'm pushing my luck anyway. We've had some awesome landing rates recently, all below 200. I don't think that's going to happen today. We just need to get down. So when autopilot comes off, remember we're going to be in track FPA mode. So that starts at the TAS NDB. So speed will be managed. We're going to put the track to 314. And FPA is going to be 3.2. Missed approach is 6,000. Hey Faraz, can you link some brief to GSX? Yes you can, yeah. Oh Chelsea, that's an awful news flash. A woman's died on a Jet 2 flight between Tenerife and Manchester. They just had to divert into Cornwall. That's Nuki, isn't it? Just now. Oof. It probably happens more often than you care to admit, but it's a shame. Right, we're They have been told to contact approach on 13515. So approach, good afternoon, Alpine 9362, passing flight level 245 for flight level 140, direct Tango Alpha Zulu.
Alpine 9362, Pulverized radar, good afternoon, identified Tango Alpha Zulu, 1 Echo, arrival, descend 8,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Oh. And just confirm we're 1 Echo, we were originally told 3 Alpha, Alpine 9362.
Alpine 9362, in that case you can continue on Tango Alpha Zulu 3 Alpha arrival.
Continue on the Tango Alpha Zulu 3 Alpha arrival, and just confirm continuing to set flight level 140.
Alpine 9362, continue descend 8,000 feet, Tivat QNH 1015.
Continue down through 8,000 feet and QNH 1015, Alpine 9362. And 1015, local QNH and 8,000 blue. Bit early to get the seatbelt signs on at the moment. Happy to leave those off for a minute. We need to run the approach checklist though, so let's just be mindful of that. Remind me when I get the seatbelts on, we need to run that checklist because we haven't done it yet. The normal trigger is setting the local QNH, but
3 Bravo arrival and
21,000 feet.
Still a bit high.
EZ33, QNH 1015.
QNH 1015, thank you.
Alpha India X-ray 401, request start of pushback.
Alpha India X-ray 401, pushback and startup is approved, runway 18, QNH 1015.
Startup and pushback approved, Alpha India X-ray 401.
Bacchus asks, has anyone got their coronation invite through the post yet?
Descend 3,000 feet.
Descend 3,000, that's via flight to Victor.
It's a 55 Victor via Papa Oscar Delta.
Ferraz, I'm not sure. I've never had an issue with it. I just put in the username. I didn't put the number in. I put in the username, not the user ID. Don't know if that makes a difference.
Alpha 909, radar, good afternoon again. I read you
today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Could just see the coastline and the difference in that gap between the clouds. Bacchus 173, yeah, so self-loading cargo no longer connects to SimBrief since SimBrief had its big overhaul. You just have to type the data in manually, which is a bit of a pain, but it does still work. Chris Morgans, good morning, sir. Hope you are well. Oh, Cholte, I hope that wasn't old. Hope that wasn't old news flash. You wouldn't want that to happen twice in 2 days, would you? Right, so Tivat is actually straight in front of us, so we are going to fly over the airfield before we land there. Hey Oroso, I'm on Bing default. Yeah, not on Google. Right, let's get the seatbelt signs on and we'll run the approach checklist then. Alright, so we've just got into open descent just to drop below that profile a little bit so I can bleed off speed and configure early. The approach checklist, barrel ref, QNH 1015, setting cross check, seatbelt signs on. Minimums 1370, auto brake low, EFB is stowed.
Runway 18 QNH 1015, and for information, traffic pushing back number 3.
Approved for runway 18 and traffic.
So, should be on the ground in around 20 minutes. Hey Dabu, so the alerts and things like that, they're not default. Are you self-loading cargo for those?
Oscar Kilo Papa Victor Hotel, request clearance to pull up.
Cloud server, thank you for the follow.
Good evening, good afternoon, cleared to pull and initiate 1 Golf departure, initially flight level 120, squawk 5255.
Let's get down a bit, shall we? Right, so we are straight over Tivat at the moment. Can't see it. It's too cloudy. It's down there somewhere.
Oscar Victor Hotel, read back, correct.
So yeah, we are right over the airport, more or less. So the valley, this is the valley we'll be flying down in a few minutes.
Delta Alpha 99er, I still do not see your flight plan. You'll need to flight plan before I can provide you with any startup or tactic plan.
Right, approach phase is activated. Tango India Victor is identified. Let's get our landing lights on as we drop below 10,000 feet. Right, here comes the fun bit.
Alpine 362, continue descent 6,000 feet, report passing 7,000 feet.
Continue descent altitude 6,000, now report passing 7,000, Alpine 9362. 6,000 blue. And we need to wind the speed back as well now as we drop below 10,000.
Alpha India X-ray 401, ready for taxi.
Alpha India X-ray 401, taxi holding point.
God, that looks windy down there. Is anyone able to just grab me the latest METAR for Tivat?
To holding point Alpha runway 18 via Mike and Golf Alpha India X-ray 401.
Why does that look so windy down there? Let's get some speed brakes.
Delta Alpha 99, request taxi.
Orange Alex, thank you for that. Meta. So winds are variable at 2 knots.
An empty flight plan. Could you perchance
Fair enough.
fill it in with your actual routine?
Please repeat, Delta 99.
Delta Alpha 99. I'm seeing an empty flight plan. Could you please fill it in?
I can refile, yeah. Delta 99.
Alright, let's manage the speed. Speed brake still extended. And Alpine 9362 is passing 6,300.
Alpine 9362, roger, thank you. Via Olivo cleared localizer Zulu, approach runway 32, report passing Tango Alpha Zulu.
Via Olivo cleared the ILS Zulu 32 and will report passing Tango Alpha Zulu, Alpine 9362.
Alpine 9362, and perchance were you looking for the circle to land approach?
No, the localizer for 3-2 for us today, please. Alpine 9362.
Roger, no worries. So just report passing, Takeoff.
We'll go Alpine 9362.
Serbia 5 Victor, let's punch runway 36.
Serbia 55 Victor, wind con runway 36, clear to land, vacate via Bravo, please.
Runway 36, clear to land, vacate via Bravo, Serbia 5 Victor.
Okay, so let's start configuring. The replay started as well.
6,000 feet, report passing 7,000 feet.
Continue descent down to 6,000, report passing 7,000, DZ383.
Cabin crew, about 15 minutes to landing, giving repair cabin.
Good afternoon, with 5020. Please can you just confirm if you would like us to contact you?
And Fraser, once again, this is like 3 days on the trot, gifting 5 Easyjets and pilot channel memberships. Fraser, thank you so much for your kind support of the channel. Welcome to Christopher, Ferris, Tarrant, Lars, and Mix as well. My apologies, as we now need to just concentrate on this landing. So, what are we doing? Flaps 1, yes, speed's checked. Flaps 1. Here's speed 180. And now we can get down 4,000. So start a low descent. 4,000 blue. Flaps 2, speed's checked. Flaps 2.
Alpine 9362, in case I didn't say descend 2,600 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly
and descend
Please ensure
2,600.
your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed,
And approach
armrest
Easy
down,
passing 7,000.
and window blind open.
Easy 383, Roger, report Olivu.
Please help us by handing in any
Report over Olivu for Easy 383.
That's interesting, we've got a glide slope. Didn't expect that from the charts. Okay, we'll use the glide slope now, which is fine. So, capture the lock, Cat 3 Juliet Part 1 2, alt, glide slope, blue.
Alpha runway 18 following the Airbus A320.
Holding point Alpha runway 18
Gear down.
following A320 with Oscar Kilo operator.
Let's manage the speed. And flaps 3. Speed's checked. Flaps 3.
Runway 214 Echo requesting taxi.
Runner 214 Echo, stand by for taxi. I will text you after one departure.
Roger.
Delta 99, can you see the flight plan now?
Delta 909er, stand by check.
Roger.
Come on, get down. Far too high.
Delta 909er negative, confirm you would like to do circuits again?
A5.
Was there 5020?
2 miles from task. Come on, let's get on that glide slope for the next 2 miles.
3 Bravo, arrival.
We'll run the landing
when
checklist in a
ready,
moment.
descend flight level 120.
Expecting Podgrit 3 Bravo arrival and when ready descending flight level 120 for Wizz Air 527.
Delta 99, I would like to descend again.
Here it comes. Glide slope start.
Delta 909er, Roger, expect to weigh off about 15 to 20
Let's approach
minutes
6,000 feet.
due
Set.
to pending airport traffic.
Speed brakes are still out. Let's pop those away.
Overhead Olivu.
Landing checklist. Cabin secured. Go around altitude 6,000 feet. Set. Eco memo. Landing no blue.
3 Roger, via Olivu, clear the localizer Zulu, approach runway 32, report passing Tango Alpha.
Radar altimeter alive.
Report passing Tango Alpha Zulu and clear for the localizer runway 32, Easy 383.
Alpine 9362 is past Tango Alpha Zulu.
Alpine 9362, Roger, wind calm runway 32, clear to land.
Good land runway 32, Alpine 9362.
Serbia 55 Victor, welcome to Podgorica standard choice.
Standard choice, Serbia 5 Victor, thank you very much.
Alpine X-ray 401, wind calm runway 18.
Right, we've got good visibility.
Clear for takeoff, halving the X-ray 401.
There is our runway.
How long the wait will be for the
Delta Alpha 9 or 9 or 10 to 10 to 15 minutes.
Spoilers armed. I must have caught the button.
Okay,
So leave the autopilot in until we get to that missed approach point. We're going to turn that off in a second.
Easy 383, cancel approach, clearance left, turn heading 270, please.
Left 270, cancel approach, easy 383.
Okay, autopilot disengaged. I have control.
100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
Runway 214 Echo, taxi.
And Air 214 Echo, taxi holding point Alpha, runway 18 via Mike and Golf.
Alpha 18 via Mike and Golf, thank you.
Easy 383, continue left turn heading 180.
Continue left turn heading 180, with you 383.
So we've got 2 whites, 2 reds. Perfect. Arrest that rate of descent. It was just a little, it was creeping down, wasn't it?
500.
Stable. Why have I got a 43 knot tailwind?
Descend to 3,000 feet.
Then 3,000, easy 383.
I think Microsoft Flight Simulator's weather may be doing me over a bit here. This is not going to be a smooth landing. 38 knot tailwind, go away. Come on, Microsoft. What are you doing?
Up on JSA 401, identify the climb flight level 200 unrestricted.
Climb for 2200 unrestricted, Alpha in the X-ray 401.
20, retard.
Oscar Victor Hotel radio check.
Oscar Victor Hotel 5.
Thank you, I had some problems with connection.
Suppose deployed for screen.
Right.
Decel. Manual brakes.
Delta Alpha 9,
Reverses off.
you still don't have a proper flight plan. There is no chance you can be cleared for anything without a proper flight plan. If you wish, check some of the available VATSIM resources online. You'll see how to file a VFR flight plan, and then call us again.
Look at the water!
Really no point in
See, this is what I said when we were flying over and I could see all of those waves. Right, hang on. That can't be right.
However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat and in the overhead lockers.
5020, direct Lusty, enter public hold at Lusty, 8,000.
We will check out this scenery in a moment. Let's get parked up. And then we've got a replay to watch as well.
Pleasure looking after you today.
Please repeat for Wizard 530, sir.
If you complete your Easyjet.
Wizard 5020, direct Lusty, enter public hold at Lusty at 8,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Easyjet.
What a gorgeous approach though.
1015 at 8,000, Wizard 530, sir.
Easy 383 in left turn, direct Tango Alpha Zulu, descends 2,600, cleared localizer Zulu runway 32.
Descend 2,600, left turn, direct Tango Alpha Zulu for Easy 383.
And are they going to give us a parking stand, or are we just going to sit here? Might just sit here. We'll take the drone camera out in a moment and have a look. And Alpine 9362 is with you on Alpha.
Alpine 9362, welcome to Tivat Airport.
Standard Trust, thank you, Alpine 9362. Okie dokies. I'll go gate 6. Handled by Wizz Air. That's depressing. Danny, would I know we use the fixed page to get the extended centre line? You could do if the weather wasn't quite as good, but to be honest, we got brilliant visibility, so I was quite happy that I could see it early on.
Identifies climb unrestricted flight level 200.
Climb unrestricted flight level 200, Oscar Victor Hotel.
Injector 401, unfortunately no further.
The parking here is probably one of the more difficult bits.
Approach hello, it's runway 51, the back runway 32. Ryanair 54 second.
I need to be able to stand up and get the first officer to do this.
Ryanair 541, I have not cleared you for anything. Why are you on the runway?
Oh dear.
Oh, sorry, I think you're not in the Tivat control. You may disconnect now and reconnect in the stand.
Echo fully ready for departure.
Runner 214 Echo, Roger, for departure in 1 minute.
And then stop. I think we meant to stop actually when my left shoulder is level with that arrow, but that'll do. Right, I'm going to put the parking brake on, and should we take a look in... should we take a look inside? I'm going to leave the engines running just because I'm going to show the replay in a little bit. But let's go and have a look inside and see what we think. Well, actually, before we do that, let's have a quick look outside. And do you know what? I'm just going to come off VATSIM. There we go. Right, let's check out this new scenery. Going to be released soon from Orbx, one of my favourite airports. Love a Tivat approach. Hopefully now you can see why, because it's not normal. It's absolutely not normal. That weather was not. Look at the ocean. So I said when we were coming around, that's why I asked you guys just to grab me some meta. The water and the waves were white capping all over the place. Thought, hang on a minute, this doesn't look right. This doesn't look nice and calm. And I think we were right, landing well beyond limits with like a 38 knot tailwind or something stupid. So yeah, there's the marina over there, which if you're doing the circling approach, you basically fly straight towards this, which yes, what brings you in around here towards the marina, and then you make a sort of late right-hand turn to come in down here. So that's also another beauty of this airport and the approach that it's got. Let's have a look then at the actual airport itself. So I've never been here in real life, I have to add, but let's check it out, shall we? How much detail have they put into flags and things like that? Is that truck refueling as well? I mean, that's quite neat. You don't see that at every airport scenery, do you? So we've got, this is the airport itself. Pardon my jet engines, which are still running. That's important for the replay a little bit later on. Yeah, so externally looks great. Got passengers walking into the we've got the disabled bays. What's that say? I don't know. I need someone to translate that for me. There's the Tivat Aerodrome. What's the oh, I like this. Oh, imagine you need to be a VATSIM controller sat here. Look, that'd be quite neat. Good and realistic. There you go. Straightforward stuff. You can see all the apron and things. Need to put the blinds back up though. They're obscuring the view a little bit. There's the fire department. We'll have a look inside the terminal in a moment. Danny's my live weather on. Yeah, absolutely it is. We've seen that as well as we've been flying all the way through, so... Plus, if no live weather's turned on, you normally end up with just calm winds, don't you? Right. Oh, look at that. they use the local farmer's tractor to take passengers and luggage to the airport. Right, so this is, well, it looks like the arrivals hall. Yeah, fair enough. We've got a departure hall as well. Yeah, passport control. Nicely done. And stuff like this is quite neat because it's a full glass-fronted, it's full glass-fronted airport, so you can see all that stuff in. Oh, look, there we go. Easyjet flight. That's from Geneva later tonight. Montenegro's duty-free. Yeah, we're going to load up on there before we return journey. Baby care, toilets, more duty-free stuff, and the brands that you love. Oh, more farmers' tractors. Christian, if you want to check out the lady in Terminal 1 again, mate, go and buy the scenery. There we go. A little bit static. They're all in poses here, aren't they? How close can you get up to the ladies? Have we got a bar? Yeah. And security. Casually on the phone. That's all right. That. What do we think? What do we think to this one? I know there's already some Tivat sceneries available. Quite like this. Tell you what, frame rates are very good. I will say that. I will say the frame rates are hardly affected, if at all. So that's good. Which is what you want when you're doing an approach such as this. Now, I remember from previous sceneries of this road here has just got road sign after road sign, advertising boards. Yeah, there you go, look at that. So they have put all those in. So that's nice to see. Oh, in fact, we just got another, is that a fellow Easyjet coming in to land? Look at that. Centre line, touchdown zone, everything. Don't know who's flying that, but well done, my man. That was a perfect touchdown. All right, let's check out the replay then. Remember, of course, to do that, I need to come off VATSIM. So if you have flown with us today on VATSIM, thank you so much for that. We're just going to get rid of that. Now, let's check out this gorgeous approach into Tivat. One second. There we go.
Terrain.
And let's rewind it a bit. Get up through the valley.
Whoa, terrain.
There we are. Awesome. Might just turn off the GPWS system because that could that could get annoying. So there is a little bit of a message still from Orbx regarding this scenery. It's obviously not released just yet. Let me just see if I can find that message though. Right, so just to advise you guys that at the moment the terrain morphing from the area around it is not from the product, but it is currently from the simulator, which there is a bug at the moment. This needs to be addressed by Microsoft Flight Simulator and Zobo, so if you're wondering why it might just look a little strange in places, that's why. In fact, there's a link on here which I might pop to, providing more information regarding that. But yeah, it's about ground tiles popping in and changing in and out and things like that. So hopefully that's something that Zobo are going to address at some point. But you can see how close you get, and the fact that you do the you sort of knock off the autopilot when you're happy and visual, and then kind of hug the terrain over to the right just so you've got a better chance of lining up with the runway earlier on. Christian says you need to double check the wrong weather. I'm going to check that. I've got the live weather turned on. Yeah, look, live weather's turned on. So something very, very unusual happening there. Not quite sure what the point, why that is, but there we are. So, Raven, am I doing the return leg? Sadly not today. Flip also says it reminds me a lot of Zadar Airport in Croatia. Yeah, I like that. I've not been there for a while. Christian says your weather is fine, the winds are calm. Really? How weird is that? What was the landing rate, guys, anyway? It was a bit... With the decrabbing, we had one wheel down first. That's alright. That's not unusual. But, yeah, what was the touchdown? Seemed a bit unbuttery. There's the localizer. That was a strange stutter. Oh, that's alright. The high 300s, that's not going to break anything. Over 500, you might start to wonder about getting a load report out. No, that's alright. Let me check, see what the other side looks like. Just maybe not quite as far, but you do get a good view at the left-hand side. Probably my favourite. Go on, let me just rewind that a fraction further. There you are. That's quite neat. Very strange that the winds didn't want to play ball with us today. I'm going to blame the winds for this daft landing. Of course, if they were actually the winds, we'll have been doing the circle to land on runway 14. That would have been the only approach that would have been available. Too much of a tailwind otherwise. Some nice add-on extra scenery down there as well. Little outlet central, whatever that is. Scotty, no, this isn't a freeway airport. This will be available from Orbx in the coming days. So this is a pre-release stream. Yeah, so as we decrabbed a little bit there, you can see the left-hand wheel touch down first, but that's alright. That's fine. I'll tell you what though, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I hope you guys did as well. Nice real world flight from Berlin. And a great airport to land at, despite the daft weather. The daft winds. So I'm going to just queue up the final replay, but guys, thank you so much for joining me today. A nice 2.5 hour stream. Hope you've had a great time with us. It's been yeah, it's been good fun. It was around here that I looked down, saw the winds doing something terrible with the weather down there and the waves blowing around, and I thought, oh, whoa, oh wow, that's not that's not good. But guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this this flight today. It's one of my favourites. I love Tivat. Tivat is one of my all-time favourites for landing. So I'm going to leave you with the replay once I've just cancelled all of the alarms. Go away. There we are. And yeah, I shall leave you with this to play you guys out. Thank you so much. This scenery will be available from Orbx in the upcoming days. Thank you so much for watching. Not sure when our next stream will be. Obviously, get yourself in the Discord server to be notified of when the next streams are upcoming. But thank you guys. I'll look forward to seeing you all on the next one. Thanks for watching. See you all very soon. Bye bye.
500. 500. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 5,